Welcome back to the channel. We're here in a 120 acre field today. We didn't really get started until later, but we had to work on the field a little bit, get everything moved over here. Had to get everybody else going this morning, so we got about 45 acres done here. Colton's running around filling in holes and ditches, and Dad's spraying here. We're just kind of knocking everything out right here. So we're over here towards Central now. We were over there in Maconia. So Cody's still over there planting right now. I think he was in about a 120 acre field too. So able to get some stuff done here today, some bigger fields. So he's working on planting seed soybeans. So he had that field and then another 90 acres, and then he was going to have all those knocked out. So moving along pretty good with that, and then we're going to be back to planting regular commercial beans to finish up. So we're getting pretty close here. I've got a couple hundred acres of corn left, and then he'll have a few hundred acres of beans left to go, and then wheat harvest is going to be just around the corner because there's already some other guys that have started cutting wheat and it's ready to cut. So then we're going to be putting some more double crop beans in. So looking like we're going to be finishing up here in the next couple weeks. We got some dry weather here this week where we can actually get something finished up. It's the longest period of dry weather we've had since like March. It's looking like it's going to be clear all week, so I don't think we've had more than 2 days that have been dry and able to plant in May. So I'm going to get turned around here and keep going across this field. It's pretty rough, so we're probably not going to stay out here very late tonight. Especially I'm coming up on the worst part of the field out here in the middle, so I don't want to be out here tonight and get into a sinkhole or something. So it's about 8:30 right now, so we'll probably quit here in the next hour or two. Okay, well, it's about 10:30. I think I'm going to call it quits here. I don't know exactly where I'm at in the field here. I know that there's some obstructions. There's a lot of like limestone ledges where the topsoil was washed off of the rocks, and now there's just the rocks, and I have to watch out, and I turn my planter off so it turns the downforce off so we don't mess up a row unit, and so I just try to keep an eye on it. It's kind of hard whenever it's dark, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I've got 76 acres done in this field, so we can go ahead and get it knocked out tomorrow, and it'll all be good. So I think we're going to bring the dump truck down here. There's a few holes that need a bunch of rock, and Colton's been hauling it down from the barn here out to the holes with the skid loader, so it's kind of a waste of time. So we're going to get the dump truck and fill in those holes. So get that done tomorrow, and then get moved to the next farm. All right, I'm getting fueled up for tomorrow. You can't see. There you go. I'm getting fueled up. That way I can fill my truck up in the morning, then I'll have some fuel around in case we need it for anything else. I'm getting ready to head home and get started again tomorrow. Okay, we're back here planting today. We've actually only got about 15 acres left to go here, so I gotta have a little bit more seed, and then we'll be able to get this finished up. I think I've got about 15 bags in this back hopper that we put in yesterday, so I'm going to use that to finish this field and start on the next. Okay, well, we've made it to our next field, and it's not really where we planned to go yesterday, but we decided today that we're going to come down here to this river bottom and plant this. So we got all the drift and stuff moved out of the way, and it's dry, so we decided while we're in the area, we're just going to go ahead and plant it. And then we're not going to go plant that other 90 acres that was laying a little bit wet. So, because there's a chance that it could still be wet. So we're just going to go ahead and plant this, and then we'll switch that one over to beans. So I was just getting out here to see what kind of job we're doing. This ground is really hard. So most winters, this will sit underwater for basically all winter, but it was pretty dry this winter, so I don't think it stayed over there for as long. But it did get over a few times in the spring, so it'll, you know, just cover basically the whole field. And that is a lot of weight added together, so it really packs the ground down, and so it makes the ground pretty hard, which it would have been nice to get in here and maybe work it up and get it to plant a little bit better, but I'm gonna check and see how good of a job we're doing here and make sure everything is good. All right, well, we seem to be getting it in there about 2 inches, so as long as it's getting it in the ground, that's all that matters. So it's closing up good, got good seed to soil contact, so everything's good. Okay, well, we were planting along, planning on finishing up, and then we had a hydraulic hose blow. There's the hole right there. It's goes to the wing wheels, raises them up and down. So we're done for the night. We'll have to take this off here and get a hose made. We got that hose fixed this morning. Took a little bit, but we got routed back in, tied back up, got it all fixed. Not any clue why it blew. Just an old hose, I guess. Planter's like 10 years old or something. Maybe not that old. I don't know. It probably is 10 years old. I just don't realize how old it is. But anyways, got that fixed. Loading up fertilizer right now. We got about 17 acres out down the road a little bit from here that we got to do, because I only had like 2 passes left down there in the bottom where I was at yesterday, and then I was gonna be finished up. So I got to do this 17 acres here, and then we're gonna take this planter back home. All right, well, we've finished up down there in the river bottom. We're up here back home, and we are planting through what was supposed to be wheat hay that got too dry because it was raining every day whenever we needed to be cutting it. So we're planting corn through it right now. So it's actually planting really nicely. So we're gonna get it planted, about 65 acres here, and this is gonna be the last field for corn for 2024. So there's a ditch that goes back through there. That side I burned down back in May at some point, so it's not nearly as tall or anything, so it won't be nearly as bad. But we mixed up some more fertilizer, brought the fertilizer trailer up here. I had to mix up enough for like 20 more acres because that's what I was going to be short from our other tanks. So we ran out of sulfur, so we just got 1034O, 32% boron and zinc in this next mix for 20 acres, which that's about 20 acres over there, so we'll just end up putting that on that. So everything's gonna work out pretty good here, but I'm gonna have to have seed at some point, so which I knew I was gonna run out. I need to get some bags, and we'll just throw some bags in to get finished up, whatever we need. So since we're cutting back on some corn acres, we're gonna have a little bit of corn to return. So we're gonna probably return a box or 2. I don't know, but I'm just gonna use some bags. That way we don't have to break open another box, and that'll be it. So okay, we're back next day. We are on the last pass of corn. Had to get a few bags of seed put in, and seems like we're gonna have enough. So just got a little bit left here and we'll be done. That's it. We got everything back here, and I'm running water through the planter right now, cleaning out all the fertilizer. So kind of working everything back and forth here, and making sure everything's cleaned out. So I'm gonna try to get out and side dress today a little bit, but I gotta get my stuff moved out there, and I keep getting caught up doing other stuff, had to go pull bale out of the round baler and trying to get the trailer back and get everything going. So it's not a big deal, but we're gonna have to get over the corn at some point, because the corn out there, you can see that corn over there, it's getting pretty big. That's what we've already side dressed, but the stuff out there that where we got to go is a little bit behind that, but not far behind it, so we need to get on it. All right, it's Saturday night. We're just about to finish up baling today, so been baling a little bit. We did about 10 acres up on the hill, and now we're downtown baling about 30 acres. So looks like we've got about 66, 67 bales down here, so not too bad. It's really good quality hay, so we'll have to kind of keep it separate and get it somewhere where it's going to go to good use. So this is some Timothy that we seeded down here a couple of years ago. It's finally getting established now, and it's looking pretty good. So this little field here has some Johnson grass in it, so we'll probably take this back to the farm, and then we probably take those other bales to the other farm. And yeah, so I did some side dressing yesterday. I had about 3 loads that I could put on, so I went ahead and did that before the corn got too tall. I've got a little bit more corn that I need to get across before it gets too much taller, but we'll have to wait till Monday to get another load of 32%. So we're gonna finish up baling here, then we're gonna bring it out there and put it in the barn where we're gonna be baling out next.
All right, so I just moved down here to one of our other fields, and I have 40 acres in this field to do. I just finished 23.59, but I ran out of seed, so I guess I'm done. I got Ocalis. It's already 7 o'clock, so I think I'm gonna be done for the day, and we'll just get seed tomorrow. I tried to use the very last bit I could get of the seed because he's helping Cody, so I just was trying to get every bit of last bean I could get planted for tonight until we got seed tomorrow. So I guess we're gonna call it a day. It's 7 o'clock like I said, so yep. I got one more field in Central to do. It's just a little, and I got another field in Laconia. Then I think I should be done. We should be done planting everything, so that's good. Okay. So like I said, I used all the last bit I could get of the seed. As you can tell, I kept trying to get it in the doors. So, yep. We'll just do it tomorrow and get it done. Hopefully I'll get all 3 fields done. This one and the one in Central and the one down in Laconia. So hopefully I'll get those all done tomorrow. I should, and then we'll be done planting. So, yep.
All right, checking cows today on Sunday, making sure everybody's got water. Feels like about 100 degrees out here today. So